Hello students, Sairam. Okay, so relaxed after your exams? Yes. So coming back to our subject. Yes, mathematics. Now children, now you all must be thorough with the multiplication sums, multiplication topic. Correct? Now in the last few classes, we have studied about the parts of multiplication. We have done simple multiplication sums. And also we have learned how to find the product of two numbers of a 5 and 6 digit. Correct? So today in this part 11 of chapter 2 for operations, we will be learning about how to multiply a number by 10, 100 and 1000 and its multiples. That is how to find the product of a number if it is multiplied by 10, 100 and 1000 and by its multiples. So let us start with multiplication by 10 and its multiples. Multiples means suppose if you have to multiply a number other than 10 like 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. Now the first thing is if you have to multiply a number by 10, write the number followed by a 0. So I'll be showing you some examples. You'll understand better. Okay. Now suppose if I have to multiply 12 into 10. What I'll do is write the number 12 into 1 is as it is 12 and it will be followed by a 0 of a 10 that is 120. Now the second thing is if you have to multiply a number by a multiple of 10, write 0 in the ones place and then multiply the number by the remaining digit and write their product before 0. Or what you can do is multiply the number first and then write the product followed by the 0. Okay, now let us see some example based on this. Okay, now here the first sum is 7645 multiplied by 10. Okay, now here if I write this, what I'll do is I'll just multiply 7645 into 1. You all know that is the number will be same. Any number multiplied by 1, the number remains the same. So this number will be 7645. Now what I'll do is I'll just add a 0 of this 10. It will be followed by a 0. So my answer is 76,450. Now the same thing, see the second example, it is 5,38,210. Now this number has to be multiplied by 60. So what we have to do is we'll multiply this number by 6 and then add a 0 to the product of that number. Now the same goes with the third example, 9,037 to be multiplied by 30. So what we will do is 9,037 we will multiply it by 3 and then to that product we will add this 0. So when you multiply this number, you get the answer as, first one is, you can place the comma here, 76,450. In the second number when you multiplied, you got the answer as 3,22,600. Okay. Now in the third one, we got the answer as 2,71,110. So when you find the product of this number, multiply this number by 6, you get the answer till here. And what you do is you add this for 0 of 60. Same way 9,037, when you multiply this by 3, you get the answer till here and this 0 is added afterwards. Okay. So the same applies to the multiplication by 100 and its multiples. Now how the same thing, same rule, but here what we will be doing is instead of 1 0, the product will be followed or the number will be followed by 2 zeros. Now the first thing is to multiply a number by 100, write the number followed by 2 zeros. Then to multiply a number by any multiple of 100 like 200, 300, 400, 500, write 2 zeros at the end and then multiply the number by the remaining digit and write the product before the two zeros. Or in other ways, what we can do is we will first find the product and then add the two zeros. Now based on this, let us see some examples. Okay, now let us start with the first example, 6849 multiplied by 100. Now in this case, you all know that when you multiply any number by 1, the number remains the same. So here the answer will be 6849. After that, what we have to do is we have to just add this to, the number will be followed by two zeros of 100. Okay, so your answer will be 6,84,900. Now same way with the second example, when you multiply this number with 3, that is 24,315 to be multiplied by 3, you get the answer as, you just multiply and see, you'll get this answer. Okay, that is 72,945. What we have to do is we have to just add two zeros of 300. So place the comma. So your answer will be 72,94,500. The same way you have to multiply here also in the third example. 3,15,921 will be multiplied by 6 first, and then whatever answer or the product you get, you will add two zeros of 600 to it. Okay, so just multiply and check the answer from the next slide. Here you'll get the answer. The third answer will be 18 crore 95 lakh 52,600. So the only thing what you have to keep it in mind is multiply the number and then add the number of zeros to that product. Let us see the third one, that is multiplication by 1000 and its multiples. Here also your first thing is, when you multiply a number by 1000, we have to write the number followed by 3 zeros. Now when we multiplied it by 10, we wrote that is 1 0, we added 1 0. When we multiplied a number by 100, we wrote two zeros, and when a number is multiplied by 1000, the number is followed by 3 zeros. Okay, now when you multiply a number by any multiple of 1000, suppose 4000, 5000, 6000, first multiply the number and add the number of zeros, or what you can do is write 3 zeros at the end first and then multiply the number by the remaining digit and write the product before the 3 zeros. Anyways, you can do it. Now here let us see some example of this. The first example is 9,356 multiplied by 1000. Now here the answer will be the same, that is 9356 multiplied by 1. So your number will be 9356, that is 9,356. The number will be same, it will not change. After that, what you will do is you will add the number of zeros. When you add the number of zeros, your answer is 93,56,000. Now the same thing with the second example, 34,228. You will multiply it by 9 and then add the number of zeros. For the third example also, 2,45,917. You will multiply it by 6 and then add the 3 zeros. Okay, now here that is after multiplying you get the answer, that is the first one you read it as 93,56,000. Same way when you multiply these two numbers, 34,228 multiplied by 9, you can read it as, you will get the answer as 30 crore 80 lakh 52,000. Same way 2,45,917 multiplied by 6 will give you this answers. Now here this number you can club it and read it as 147 crore 55 lakh 2,000. Since we have not done the place value after crore, we can club this number and read it as 147 crore 55 lakh 2,000. Now based on this, exercise sums are not given in the textbook. So what I want you to do is, students, some examples I want you to just copy down in your notebook. So write the topic, that is multiplication by 10, 100 and 1000 and its multiples. Now two examples of each I have given. You just copy on these examples neatly in your max notebook part. That is classwork part. Okay. That is multiplication, multiples of 10, 100 and then 1000. So neatly just copy down only the examples. Okay, now with this we have finished with the topic of multiplication. Now let us start with another basic operation, that is division. Now division of 4-digit and 5-digit numbers you all must have learned in lower classes. Now before we start with the division, let us learn about the parts of division. Now what are the parts of division? Now when you divide a number, the answer what you get is called as the quotient. The number which is to be divided is called as the dividend. This number 487 is called as the dividend. The answer what you get is called as the quotient. The number by which we divide is called as the divisor, and whatever is left is called as the remainder. So these are the parts of division, that is dividend, divisor, quotient and remainder. Now before we start with the division, let us learn about the properties of division. Now what are the properties of division? The first property is that any number divided by itself gives 1. That is, for example, any number divided by the same number. You can say, in other words, any number that is divided by the same number, the answer will always be 1. Now here the example is, suppose if 7724 divided by 7724 with the same number will always be 1. So the first property tells you that any number divided by itself gives 1. The second property is any number divided by 1 is the number itself. Now see the example here, 8275. If I divide it by 1, the answer will be the number itself. So what does the second property tell? It tells us that any number, if you divide it by 1, will be the number itself. Let it be a 8-digit or a 7-digit number, the answer will always be the number. Now the third property, it tells us that 0 divided by any number results 0. Suppose 0 divided by any number, the answer will always be 0. And the fourth property tells you that a number cannot be divided by 0. No number can be divided by 0. For example, if any number 3795, if I say it is divided by, it is not defined, or you can say it is not possible. So no number can be divided by 0. So these are the properties of division. Now let us see how to divide a number. Now here the number is 2,68,97,015 to be divided by 73. So let us see step by step how to divide this number. Okay, now here the number is 2,68,97,015 to be divided by 73. Now we have written this number here. We are going to divide it by 73. Now children, you all know that we don't know the table of 73. Now in this case, what we are going to do is, we are going to do a guesswork. Correct? Now here the number is 73. We'll take the first 2 digit, that is 26, and we'll see whether it is divided by 7. We'll divide it by 7. Now 26, when you divide it by 7, 7 threes is 21, 7 fours is 28. So what we will do is, we will take 73 3 times. Now 73, when you multiply it by 3, you'll get the answer as 219. Whereas 73, when you multiply it by 4, you'll get the answer as 292, which is greater than 268. So we'll take 73 3 times. So 3 you will write above 8 and here you will write 219. Now when you subtract this, you'll get the answer as 9 here, 49. Now let us take this 49 and divide it by 7. 7 sevens is 49. Now when you multiply 73 into 7, you'll get the answer as 511. Now 49 is smaller than 73, so I'll bring this 9 down. Now 73, when you multiplied it by 7, you got the answer as 511, which is greater than 499. So we will take 73 6 times, which is 438. So we'll write 6 above this 9 and here you will write it as 438. Now when you subtract this, you'll get the answer as 1 and here 6. Now 61, you divide it by 7 and see which number we have to take. So 7 8s is 56, 7 9s is 63. So let us take 8 times. 73, when you multiply 8 times, you'll get the answer as 584. Whereas 73, if you multiply it by 9 times, you'll get it as 657, which is greater than, you'll bring this 7 down here to divide it. So we'll take 73 8 times, which is 584. Subtract this. Here 3. Here also 3. Now 33, when you divide it by 7, 7 4s is 28, 7 5s is 35. So we'll take 73 4 times, which is 292. So bring this 0 down here. 4 is written above 0 is 292. Now when you subtract this, 8, here again you borrow it, 3. Now bring this 38, when you divide it, 7 5s is 35, 7 6s is 42. So we will take 73 5 times. Now 73, when you multiply 5 times, it is 365. So before that we will bring this 1 down, 5 written above this 1 and 365. Subtract this. (11 minus 5 is 6, 1. Now bring this 5 down here. Now 73, when you divided the 16 by 7 2s is 14, 7 3s is 21. So we'll take 73 2 times, which is 146. So 2 written here and here you will write 146. Now when you subtract this, you'll get the answer as 15 minus 6 is 9 and 1. So your quotient is, for quotient you write it as Q. (3,68,452) and your remainder is 19. So this is how we have to divide a number using the tables. Now hope you all must have understood how to divide a number. Now in this slide again I have shown step by step how the number is divided. Now after you have finished with your division, you have to check whether your division is correct. Now how to check this division? The first thing is to check whether your division is correct. What you have to do is you have to apply a formula. The formula is dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Correct? Now your divisor is 73. Your quotient is 3,68,452 and your remainder was 19. So when you multiplied this divisor and the quotient, you have to multiply this divisor and quotient. To that you have to add the remainder. That is, the answer what you get should be your dividend. If you get the answer as your dividend, that means whatever division you have carried out is correct. So to check whether your division is correct, you have to just use this formula, that is dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, and then solve it, and when the answer you get, it should be your dividend. If you get the answer as your dividend, that means whatever division sum you have carried out is correct. Now let us see one more example of division. Now here see 99,79,684 is to be divided by 34. Now this step by step, 34 when you take 34 2s are is 68. So 99 minus 68 will give you 31. 31 you have brought the 7 down, so it is 317. Now 34 9s are is 306, whereas 306, 317 minus 306 will give you 11. So 9 you have brought it down, so that is 119. Now 34 3s are we have taken as 102. So 34 4s are you cannot take because the number is bigger than 119. So we have taken 34 3s are, which is 102. Now when you subtract 119 minus 102, you get the answer as 17. So 3, you can just, the same example you can see, like you can divide the number and see which number you have to take. Now 17 when you divide 3 times, 3 5s is 15, 3 6s is 18. So we will take 34 5 times. 34 5 times will give you 170. You can do a guesswork here also. Then 176 minus 170 will give you 6. 8 you have brought it down. So 34 2s are is 68, which is completely divisible. Now you have brought this 4 down here. Now when you bring this 4 down, it is not divisible by 34. So what you have done is you have put a 0. That is 34 zeros are 0. So your remainder is 4. Okay. Again to check this answer, same formula you will apply. That is dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Divisor is 34. You multiply it by quotient. Add the remainder to it. You will get your dividend. Okay. So when you get the dividend, that means whatever division you have done is correct. Now based on this, some home assignments are given here. 7 sums. These sums are based on the properties. So just read the properties, be thorough with it, and answer these questions in your homework part. So meet you in the next class. We will continue with the exercise in the next class. Till then, keep practicing. Goodbye for today. Meet you in the next class. Thank you.